If someone says hi to you, waves like this, what's your first reaction? What would you do? So, if you are like me, you are going to wave back and say hello or hi, and you are going to ask, how are you? How have you been? Right? But I have known people who have the guts to ignore people who say hi to them. Yes, I have. And that's cruel, that's brutal. That is why I decided to talk about it. Welcome back to your channel once again. This is Manu, and this is going to be yet another episode of Mindful Musings with Manu, which is my podcast where I share my everyday learnings, my personal experiences, and my thoughts on life in journal. Let's talk about it. It is difficult to understand that people are trying to disconnect from strangers or the people they've known from a very long time. I don't understand this. But let me tell you what I got to understand by reading a lot about it and by understanding how our generation, Gen Z, thinks and understands. So, I have read a lot of articles lately and I have realized that we are the most stressful, yes, and the most alone generation of all time. Even though we are more spiritually aware, we are more aware of our rights, we know how to work, how to be professional in our workplace environments, we know how to ask for a raise and how to ask for appraisal. We know everything that is written on the books, but somehow we are losing touch with our friends and with the close ones. And I think a huge credit goes to social media as well, that it makes us feel less valuable when we compare ourselves to others. As I talked about saying hi and not getting a hello, I need to emphasize more on this topic. Recently, I visited my college and I am going to be very honest about it. There were so many people, a bunch of people who tried to escape any chances of getting into a conversation with me or with other friends just because they did not want to. And I totally respect their choices. But I want you to understand that you need not do this just because you are feeling superior or inferior to others. Because you've been friends at some point and you need not make people feel that they are less worthy or they are not worthy of your attention, or you can just ignore them at any given point. Because we are all humans, we are all social animals, and we are all emotional beings. We sense, we understand, and we notice when things like this happen. And that is so cruel. Let me share an incident with you. About 3 years ago, or 2 years ago, I was sitting in the corridor waiting for a girl, a friend of mine. She had the same name as mine, just the first letter was different. And I was waiting for her that she would, when she will be done taking pictures with her friend, she will take a picture with me because we used to have this conversation with this lovely chat on WhatsApp and other social medias, and we were like, we don't have any pictures, let's click them together and we'll click them tomorrow or something like that. And I was waiting for her, and I did not have anything in my head that she's going to do something like that. I was standing there waiting for her, and she was clicking pictures continuously. And I told her, can you come? We'll take a picture and I'll go because I need to go with my friends as well. She was a friend. There are two kinds of friends. One very close, and the second one, the kind that you network with, that you have to work with. And they are also friends. They also know your story, your part of story, and you know their part of story. But I did not understand all this, politics at that point in time. So she made me wait for a long time, and when I told her, let's click a picture, she moved to other side and started clicking pictures at some other side with her friends. It made me feel horrible. I did not want to, share this part of story with anybody, with anyone. But I shared it with the person who is, in the same society as us. And she told me this one thing, that you know, do not accept such kind of ignorance from anyone. and do not make such friends who do not know your value. When we expect such people to be in our lives and to give us that validation or to click a picture with us, I am a person, I like to keep a lot of pictures. I like to click so many pictures and I like to keep the memories everywhere. I don't know, because at the end of the day, all we are left with is a picture, is a video. That's it. So I like to keep faces, all sorts of faces, and like all the people I've ever met in my life. But I did not know she was going to do that with me. And if I did that to a person, I would regret for the rest of my life. You might call me an emotional fool or anything, but I was just waiting for her. Maybe how dumb of me, but I did that. And she did not feel any bit of regret or bad for me, or she did not even tell me. We were connected and we talked after that as well about work and everything, but she did not say anything that, yeah, I was unavailable, sorry for that, or anything. She knew I was standing there. I called her twice, but she was not interested. I am sharing this, I don't know if it makes sense, but the thing is that when you say hi to a person and you do not get a hi, a reply, you do that with some other person. You are going to do that with some other person because that's how it works. You will feel betrayal and you will try to take revenge, and then the other person who will feel betrayed is going to do that with some other person, and it will keep on happening every single time. That's a loop. I'm pretty much sure that you have not done it with some other person, but if you have, I want you to say sorry to them and I want you to accept this, that this is not okay. It can be a possibility that you do not know some person, then it can be a possibility you won't say hi or hello or how are you. But if you know them, you should always wave back and say hello, because we are all human beings and we deserve kindness and we deserve empathy as much as we are professional. Even in the professional world, people who are professional will know what is the value of someone's time, what is the value of someone's attention. If someone comes to you, they have this warmth in their eyes and they are smiling, they are, lifting up your spirits. You have to get back to them. It's not just in friendships, it works everywhere. No matter how better you get in life or what positions you hold in life, friendships and relationships, such bonds will always remain the same. It won't change at any given point. Even if you become the union minister or the finance minister of the country, if you meet your old friends, you're going to meet them the same. You're going to hug them the same. But some people are not trying to understand this. I think, they have grown up so much and I haven't, and I do not want to. I do not want to grow up in this world. I do not want to grow up at all. If growing up makes you a cruel human being and a less emotional or a less empathetic human being, I do not want to change at all. So let me be this person that I am. I would still click pictures and I would still wait. I would still feel the same betrayal, but from now on, I have decided that I will try to make people my friends who are really worthy of being friends with me, because there are people I've known for 7 to 8 years. They do not know a thing about me, but then there are people I've known for 2 years. They've become so close to me that I can share any part of my story with them at any given point in time. It's not about the time, I think it's more about the people, the quality of people. Recently, I edited my close friends list and I added Emma Watson into that, and I removed every single person just because I thought that maybe it doesn't matter anymore. When you grow up, you realize that you are all on your own. We are all alone in this overpopulated country. That's it. You can draw your own conclusions from this video. It's up to you. I will see you next time. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye.